Welcome to Tech Topics. My name is Chris.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tanisha.
Tonight's topic is check out tech at the library. And I'm going to hand things over to Tanisha, who's going to talk about all the great tech you can check out. And take it away, Tanisha.
Thank you so much, Chris. So welcome to this week's edition of Tech Topics, and we are going to talk about some of our super awesome resources that you were able to check out with your library card. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera so we can jump right into it. So as you know, we start off all of our programs with a book resource, or this time a magazine shout out. So this is a pretty new feature of Overdrive via Libby that is now available. You do have the option to check out magazines using the Libby app with your library card. So one of the magazines I found was GoPro, the complete manual. As you will see here in just a minute, you now have the ability to check out GoPros with your library card. So if you wanted to read up a little bit about that, try to get some tips and tricks before you get your turn to check out a GoPro, definitely check out that magazine. One of the best parts about the magazines is that they are always available. So you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to place a hold on them. All of the magazines are instantly available. So if there's any magazine you'd like to check out via Libby, I would definitely check it out. So I'm going to do things a little differently. Usually with our slideshows, we do like a brief introduction into what we are discussing. But today, since we are talking about the awesome tech resources that you can access via our library, I'm going to take it straight to our library website. Our website, hcplc.org, I'm just going to highlight that real quick, is something that most of you guys are already very, very familiar with. So let's say you want to explore some of the other things besides books that you can check out from the library. You would go to the Books and More tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit on our screen to explore. So on this tab here, you can see a little bit down further on the page, you can see some of our non-book items that you are able to check out from the library. So you see there's a variety of different things there, all of which are very awesome, which are very cool that you can check out. But today we're going to talk about some of the tech things that you can check out from the library. So the first one I am going to talk about today are the GoPros. So for those of you who may not be familiar of what a GoPro is, it is basically a really, really sturdy camera that you can take literally anywhere. So this camera can go 30 feet underwater. We don't recommend you do that. It's very hardy. You can take it out into the elements and it'll stand up to a lot. A lot of them are on stabilizers, so it's this little stick that they're on that keeps the picture steady. So like when somebody's shooting something with their phone, it might be shaking all over the place. The GoPro and the stick that it's on has a built-in stabilizer to make your videos a little bit more clear. So let's say that you and your family, things are beginning to open up a little bit more now. So let's say that you and your family were planning on going on a trip. And maybe you were going like whitewater rafting or something and you wanted to take a picture of it. You could bring a GoPro with you and take video, of your whitewater rafting experience. So how does the library bring this to you? A couple of things about what we have to offer here. So we have some quick tips and tricks on our website. We also have some of the checkout guidelines. So some of the things to remember is that you have to have an adult library card. Another thing to remember about the GoPros is that they can only be checked out from 4 locations. So they can be checked out from the Jimmy B. Keel Library, Bloomingdale Library, New Tampa Library, or the C. Blythe Andrews Library. And they must be returned to the library that it was checked out from. Just a couple of things to remember, and you can have them out for 14 days. So this is one of the really cool tech items that you are able to check out from the library. So now I'm going to back it up a little bit. And let's talk about the LaunchPads. So what is a LaunchPad? So the LaunchPad is a learning tablet for kids. So as we are all very much aware of, right now in our current environment, kids are spending a lot of time in front of screens. Unfortunately, some of that screen time is not always educational. So one of the really awesome things about the LaunchPad is that it is all educational games preloaded for kids. So they're all different themes. They're all different. So you can do, like we see here, they can be STEAM themed, they can be early literacy, science, critical thinking, all sorts of really awesome little brain games for kids to play. So if you're concerned about them spending too many hours on YouTube, then you can check out a LaunchPad and they can explore a whole bunch of other things that are fun but educational. So a couple of other things, again, like the GoPro, they have to be checked out on a grown-up's library card. You're allowed to have up to 5, you can place up to 5 on hold, and you can check out 3 at a time. And the loan period for these are 14 days. So if you want to get an idea of the different types of subjects that the LaunchPads have, you can see here they got one that you can be a super reader. You can learn a little bit of counting in Spanish. You can learn a little bit about dinosaurs, kindergarten prep, learning about words, thinking, zoo. So there's all different types of subjects that you can use with these LaunchPads. And I'm going to back up a little bit. And last but not least, you can also check out Wi-Fi hotspots. So let's talk a little bit about checking out a Wi-Fi hotspot from the library. So if you are not familiar with what a Wi-Fi hotspot is, it's basically mobile internet. So let's say you are on the road a lot, or if you're going on vacation and you don't necessarily want to use your phone's data plan or turn your phone into a hotspot to access the internet, you can check out a hotspot from the library and bring the internet with you wherever you go. So you can connect up to 5 devices to this hotspot. So you can have 5 cell phones, 2 cell phones, 3 tablets, et cetera, et cetera. You can connect all of these to the Wi-Fi hotspot. You're able to check them out for 14 days, up to 14 days, has to be on an adult library card. And they will automatically renew if nobody has them on hold. So if there's no holds on them, then it'll automatically renew for you. Something that's really easy to use, it's very simple to use, very easy to use, gives you some mobile internet. And one thing that people are interested in checking out hotspots for is if you want to test drive a hotspot yourself before you buy them. Depending on how much you want to spend on one, how much you want to spend on a data plan, it may be a good opportunity for you to test drive a hotspot to see if it's something that you would want to add to your household. So let's jump back to the slideshow. And I am just going to have up here all of the different checkout guidelines just so you can take a quick peek at that to see just how it works and how to check them out and everything. And now I am going to push it over to questions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back on. And let's see if we have any questions.
All right, yeah, we do have a few questions coming in, and I'll remind our audience to please feel free to post your questions in the questions section, okay? All right, so someone wants to know, why is the library lending GoPro cameras?
So that is a very good question. So the library is lending out GoPro cameras because one of our missions, one of the things that the library likes to do is to bring new and emerging technologies to the community. While GoPros have been around for a while, they're not completely familiar to everybody. So this is a great way for those to test drive a GoPro, see if this is something that maybe they would like to buy for themselves. Or if you don't want to spend, because they're not cheap, if you don't want to spend the money for a GoPro and you wanted to put together like a special video project, or you wanted to, make a video of your daily hike, but you don't want to use, you don't want to use your cell phone camera, then you can do that. So it's just a cool way of bringing cool tech to the community.
All right. So now we have a LaunchPad question. Are LaunchPads okay for 10 years and over? Because I am 8. We have a youngster in our audience.
So LaunchPads are perfect for kids 5 through 10. Since you are 8 years old, you can definitely use a LaunchPad. Now, like I mentioned before, grown-ups are the only ones that are able to check out a LaunchPad. So, have your grown-up go ahead and check some out for you, but they can check out up to 3 for you. So have a grown-up check those LaunchPads out for you.
All right. Someone wants to know, does the library have any other tech available for checkout that you did not describe today?
At this point, we do not, but we're always looking at other things. We're always looking at what's cool and what's available, and what is the most beneficial to the community. So we're always looking at things and at different tech things that are easy to circulate, easy to keep track of, and easy to check out. So we're constantly looking at things all the time. I know the GoPro conversation has been in the works for a while, right, Chris? It has been in the works for a while. Of course,
Right.
Recent events have sidelined that a little bit. So It probably would have been a little bit sooner if it weren't for recent events, but we are always looking for other cool things to add to our collection.
All right, let's see. Someone is asking, is there any sort of additional instruction available through the library with the GoPro camera? Right now, I'll just answer part of it. Right now, we don't have in-person programs, but probably down the line, once we do open up, we'll probably have some sort of tech programs for the GoPro. But do you know, Tanisha, is there any in our learning databases, or are there any GoPro materials or courses that people can look at?
I believe that there are some videos on LinkedIn Learning. I know that we have, when I did a quick catalog search, we had a lot of stuff in our catalog that covered the GoPro. On top of that, we also have, I'm going to go back to our magazine shout out. That manual that I mentioned, that's available via magazines. So that's on our ebook platform, Libby. That magazine is instantly and always available. All magazines on Libby are always available via your library card. So that would be another awesome resource for you to check out if you wanted a good guide on how to use it. That would be a good one right there.
Definitely. All right, any more questions from our audience? I'll give you a few seconds here if you'd like to post any last questions. Let's see, no, I guess not. All right, well, that looks like we've got.
Yeah, I think we got everything.
We did.
All right, do you want me to wrap it up, Chris?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so as always, we end all of our programs with our contact information. If you need to contact us, there's our contact link. We can be reached by phone, email, text message. Any way you want to reach us, you can reach us. Also, if you're interested in any other programs and events, check out our events calendar. We got some really awesome things lined up for April. 2 big ones happening in April. We have National Library Week next week, so definitely take a look at our events calendar because we have a ton of awesome stuff for National Library Week. And our next topic, one of our National Library Week programs, we will be talking about different apps that you can check out that improve your library experience. So we'll be talking about some of the apps available that you can use via your library, use to check out really awesome materials. So that's what we have for you this evening. Thank you, Chris, for hanging out with me and talking about all things this afternoon. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'm just going to say I posted the registration link for that next tech topics, the library apps one, in the chat section. So if you want to go in there really quick and click on that to register, you can do that now. But
all right, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. I got ahead of myself. I was so excited about National Library Week. I was like, yes, let's talk about the awesomeness that is National Library Week. But we are excited. We have a bunch of really awesome programs planned for you that week. So we definitely want you to take a look at our calendar. And while we are finishing that up, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Chris, for joining me. And we will see you all next week, same time, same place. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Take care.